Yo, 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 what's going on, good people of the YouTube world? Welcome to another edition of Tag Talk. I got the whole squad in here with me. We got First Lady, DJ Rose. We have Peace Move from Baltimore.
Well,
We have Claude Martian from Douala, Cameroon. Claude is currently dead to the world because he has received his second COVID shot, being responsible.
let's call this episode the flu game.
Yeah, let's call this the flu game. I like this one. I like the flu game.
Because I mean, as much as it's great to get your vaccine, definitely if you're watching this, get your vaccine. But you're gonna be bad before you get good. And right now I'm in the bad. Like I haven't felt like this in a very long. The last time I actually felt like this is when I think I had COVID, which was in December of 2019. That's actually the last time that I actually felt like this. So let's go.
Alrighty. So, for those watching who may not be locals, a lot of Maryland will be opening up this week, and this week being the week of Memorial Weekend. Officially, Montgomery County will be open on May 28th, and DC, Washington DC, will be fully open, no capacity, June 11th. So before we get into today's conversation, just you guys' thoughts and feels about everything opening back up.
I'm still wearing my mask. Just for a little bit though, but I think it's great.
All right, okay.
For me, I think it's a good thing. I don't know if human beings in general kind of just learn from that whole situation, but you know, nothing stays the same. So it was bound to open up and go back to literally, whatever the new normal is going to be. So I think it's good. Me as a DJ, I'm very excited for it because it gives me, more not an opportunity to go back and really get to play music in front of a lot of people versus having to hide and do these secret parties the way we've been doing them. So yeah, I'm excited. Definitely gonna still wear my mask. Like I pretty much for the most part, I don't wear my mask when I'm only DJing. Like when I know that okay, I'm in a DJ booth, there's really nobody there. That's when I don't wear my mask. But most of these parties where I'm at, yeah, I still wear my mask because just because I'm being responsible don't mean that somebody else is. They always say, I remember when I went to driving school, they would tell us that it's not the whole thing about driving is not about you, the driver. It's about everybody else that's on the road. You got to worry about them because you can be the best driver and somebody still hit you. So, yeah, definitely going with Rose on still wearing my mask for quite a while.
Well, I stopped wearing a mask last year, so
Well, for real?
yeah, I really stopped wearing mask out like May.
It makes sense. You make money, so you probably voted for Trump.
No, it's just that I don't know, I was being
Hold
irresponsible.
on, May of 2020, you stopped wearing masks?
Yeah.
See?
Yeah, I was like, man.
Now that you say it, thinking about it,
I think
that's
so.
true. I haven't seen you wear a mask.
That's pretty accurate.
I never thought about
think about it, I don't remember the last time I seen you wear a mask.
Yeah, people like, yo, I'm being dumb, but like never mind. I'm about to go to a whole like other argument. But oh yeah, I'm very excited about things opening back up. There's a lot of opportunity. You know, as human beings, we're not meant to be isolated. You know, that's not good for people's mental. So I'm glad that people will have the opportunity to go out, socialize, you know, network, party, you know, do what human beings are supposed to do. You know, as a DJ, you know, the bag is coming. So
Yeah.
why
I
not?
I do miss being on the road during the quarantine period because there was nobody on the road. You know, you would
Nobody,
drive
bro.
somewhere,
Free.
and yeah, man, it literally felt like I don't know how many of you guys ever driven on like the Eastern Shore side. Unless you're going to like Ocean City, you hardly see traffic on that side. That's literally how it felt like that whole time. So, and I miss that because these days now, man,
You gotta time. You gotta time. You gotta time your leaves.
yeah,
Properly. Nah, you know what I'm saying. Back to how things were at work before. Um, but before we get into today's conversation, again, just another question on thoughts and feels. But what is you guys' favorite song right now currently? Like a song that you like, you really want to play when you DJ.
before we answer, you owe me a video. Remember the video I asked you to take in the club?
Yes,
Okay.
I do. I do. Let me send it to you.
Yeah,
Let me send it right now before I forget.
I guess since I cut you off, I think my favorite song, just the song in general,
Yeah, it doesn't have to.
don't matter what genre.
Don't matter.
Um, there's this guy, this Jamaican guy named Black Hero. He's like, it's not a lot of people who know him, and he has this song called Young Boss. The remix is actually Skilly Bang's song, so he's on the remix, and that's probably one of my favorite songs right now because that joint. I encourage you guys to look it up. Black Hero. It's not called. He's not. It's not spelled black. It's BLVK, I think, and then the hero is H3R0RO. Black Hero, and you look up for Young Boss remix. It's
Why do you have it, Jose?
Spell like a Ghanaian.
Too much mathematics. E3, all that. No.
So yeah, that's the song for me.
Who's going next? Me?
Go ahead.
Yeah, you.
You know, my favorite song right now to play is one of the best African songs ever made. Sarah, DJ Neptune, and
Did you hold on? Sorry to cut you. Did you say one of or you said the best?
one of.
Okay,
I can't say the best.
I'm glad. Wait, but you said
that's not what I said the other day. That's not what I said. I said is one of the best African songs ever made. That's not. I did not say. We can go. We want the receipt.
No. Then you know what? That's why I was arguing with you like that because I probably misread it because the only reason I was arguing that hard is because I thought you said the best.
Oh no! No.
Okay.
Nothing better than Sukus. That's another argument.
So Sarah is for you, Rose.
I like to dance, so probably I'm coming. I don't know what it is about that song, but it's just a vibe.
Is it because you like to come?
Wow.
This is my Lord and personal savior. We don't talk about that.
I never knew how bad that song was until the day I actually read the lyrics. I was like, yo, a lot.
That guy.
Wow. You see the artwork?
Yeah.
I was like, wow.
Right now, my favorite song to play, and I actually like listening to is Stoneboy Davido Activate. I don't know. It came out December last year, but I don't know. Like I just like how it feels and how it sounds on bigger speakers.
Activate.
Yeah, Activate.
I'm not gonna lie. Since I started working with Nana and TJ, I ain't really been playing Ghanaian music like that.
Me either.
So I guess maybe because the crowds we've been DJing for lately don't really have the Ghanaians in there, you know. But I haven't played Activate in a long time, and the last time that I played, nobody really moved. So
yeah, the last two times I played it, the reaction has been really good. Like people have kept moving to it. So
what was the medium though? Like the crowd.
the last the last two codings. So yesterday.
Oh, okay.
And the week before.
Got you.
And I played it within well, I guess I don't know if within reason, but when I played it, it didn't throw nobody off. It was just like you know, just it was like a build up. So it was a good feel.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. I like Bajo too. Bajo's a good song.
I like Bajo a lot too. That's Kwasiaka. Bajo and Joe Boy. That's a good track. Anywho, so today we have to be very candid with this conversation.
Okay.
So no sugarcoating. What makes you uncomfortable as a DJ? I will say for me, what makes me uncomfortable is being comfortable. if that makes sense at all. Like being so used to like feeling like I got it already. That mindset, oh, all right, I got it already. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like in a lot of instances, like if we take it outside of DJing, if you go like to sports or whatever, when you take your competitor or your your peers for granted, that's how you lose and that's how you slip up. So what makes me uncomfortable is just being comfortable, like thinking that I already got it, I don't need to worry about it, whatever the case may be, and not continually working. And I feel like sometimes you get into those spaces when you know you're on a hot streak or when you're on the street, and they're just like, all right, well, when I get there, I'll just figure it out instead of preparing for it. And I found myself in certain situations doing that, and yeah, it's not good. Because although you make it work, you know that you could have done better.
Question though, before anybody else go to your what you just said, but so there's a fine line between what you're saying and just being confident. How do you thread that line then?
I feel as though the confidence shows in how you play the music. Like you can, like we discussed it before in our practice sessions, where you feel like, all right, yeah, like I you know, and you feel like, yeah, this is it. So you play like you can see how a DJ plays when like he knows the music, he enjoys the music, and he knows how to play it, and in a certain order or in a certain way where it's palatable to everybody to enjoy. But there's also that other aspect where F it, I'm gonna just play whatever because I know it's gonna work, but it may not sound as good. So you might be compromising the event by just playing whatever instead of making it, you know, confidently playing and making it make sense. But you can just be confidently playing and playing whatever, and then people be like, all right, well, I mean, yeah, he played the hits, but it just didn't sound good. It sounded off, I guess. If that makes sense.
Makes sense. Who's after you on your screen? We would just go like that.
After me, it's either that if I go to the left, it's Rose. If I go down, it's you.
Okay, normally you should go to the left, right? No.
Rose saying that you should go.
Who's to the right?
Nobody's to the right of me.
So you're like right here.
Yeah.
Oh, what is the problem?
I'm trying to figure it out. Okay, so I should go then. We're gonna go clockwise.
And then Prince go and then Rose go last.
Yeah. All right. For me, the thing that probably makes me the most uncomfortable as a DJ is having too many people around me when I DJ. Like I I'm already such a person that gets so easily distracted. I get easily distracted. One, I have a very short attention span. Two, and I cannot multitask. Three, so when there are a lot of people around me, it throws me off. When people eat, they don't even have to talk to me. Just the fact that they're there, and it makes it worse when it's people that I don't know.
Okay.
And I know that in the business, a lot of people always. I know for a fact. This is one thing that is always said about me. People either think that I'm an asshole in terms of not wanting people in a DJ booth and stuff like that. But and even when I know I talk to DJs about it often, I'm like, yo, why do y'all have so many people around? And I'm sure people often think that I'm just being anal about it, but what they don't realize is that it actually really affects me mentally. When I have a lot of people around me, if I'm DJing, yo, it throws, I'm saying like the smallest thing. Someone can walk into the DJ booth, boom, I forgot the next song I was about to play. So for me is I don't know if sometimes I think I have like ADHD, but I'm not sure. I mean, I'm too old at this point trying to figure that out. But a lot of the things that I looked up into ADHD, I kind of checked the box for them, So I'm pretty certain that it has to do with that. But yeah, that's the number one thing, having too many people around me when I'm DJing.
So if we three were in the DJ booth, you'd be
That's
okay?
different. Yeah.
Okay.
That's different because to me, you three are like family. So I know. Also, I guess I've been in my life, I've been through so many different situations where a lot of violent things happened around me.
Yes.
So stuff like that also trigger me. Like I don't like people. If I don't know you, why are you just standing behind me? Like I'm paranoid about it. You know what I mean? But because I know you guys, I'm like, all right. Worst case scenario, if something is happening behind me, they got my back, so I don't have to worry about it. So that's definitely a thing that disturbs me a lot.
Gotcha. I respect that.
It sounds like Claude has PTSD from all the go-go's and living in Baltimore.
Maybe.
Pretty much.
Oh, maybe because I would never forget this. I was probably maybe my junior, senior year in high school. I will never forget this. Back in the day, there used to be a go-go called Mad Chef.
Mad Chef.
Bruh, I went to Mad Chef on my birthday. Again, never forget this because Mike Jones was at the Mad Chef that day.
Who? Mike Jones.
Mike Jones. I see what you did. Mike Jones was at my birthday. That he was there from that year, and TCB was playing. Bro, it was the night ended in such a disaster. I mean, it was like a war zone there. I think a couple of people got shot.
Mm-hmm.
The fights that happened there, it was crazy. So yeah, man. You might be right. Might be PTSD from that, and then going to them early salons party where never mind. Go ahead.
What is it called that joint? A boxing ring?
Bro.
Legendary stories, legendary stories. What makes me uncomfortable as a DJ is when a lot of people stare at me. Like, when you DJ sometimes, right? You play, and people just not moving, people just looking at you. And then like get that one girl like, why you just play this? Why you playing that? Like damn, yo, just move to the goddamn music. Like, what the hell? But that's what makes me uncomfortable, like everybody's looking at you like, what's going on? So yeah.
I can definitely relate to that as well. I don't like that.
Yeah. For me, it's when I'm playing with another DJ and we're not in sync. That it's gonna throw me off. if we're not on the same wavelength. Like if I'm about to like pay attention to what I'm doing, if I'm about to switch a song, like I'll be trying to do tricks or like extra stuff, like pay attention.
Like y'all DJing together or the person's micing for you or something?
Micing or something. Like pay attention. Like I don't, like you're a DJ, I expect you to at least pay attention to that, you know, what I'm doing. I think we gotta be, if anything, you have to flow with me. I don't flow with you. I don't know, that's how I see it. But
as you're playing.
Yeah, like
okay.
I mean, obviously we have to pay attention together, but unless I'm doing something crazy, like I need you to pay attention to what I'm doing. Like if I'm about to switch the song, don't keep singing the next verse. Like, like
that sounded very specific. Who did that to you before?
Call him out.
Tell us.
Huh?
Call him out.
That's not important. What I'm saying is,
Scary.
I'm not scared. I'm not scared because that's not the point. The point is I just need people to pay attention.
I got you.
No, I agree with you because I say this all the time. You know, even, you know, I would say this to most DJs in general, actually, whenever I mic for them, and I tell them like, yo, like you're not supposed to DJ according to me. I'm supposed to mic according to your DJing. So I'm following you. Don't wait for me for anything. Do what you do. I have to adjust to you. So yeah, I do think it's very important for people who hold the mic for DJs to understand that, like, a lot of time you have certain people I've seen, they messing with so many of the fader and all of these things DJing. Like, no, let them rock. Like, let them be the one to, you know, transition when they're ready for it, you know. So yeah.
Another thing that also makes me uncomfortable. What are you about to say though?
No, go ahead.
Oh, another thing that makes me uncomfortable while I wouldn't say while DJing, but prior to DJing is sometimes the negotiations in terms of like business dealings, because people will make you question if you really should be charging what you charge sometimes. And it's not that, I think sometimes it is lack of knowledge, but it also it comes with like, okay, well, am I not exposed enough? Have I not done enough for them to see that this is why I charge such and such? Or are they just being cheap? Or, you know, you don't know. So a lot of that times, if, you know, it's not every time, of course, it's not every time I do my own bookings, but like if I ever get booked, it's just like, if I say my price, will that cost me a gig? You know what I'm saying? How comfortable are you to lose a gig? Because, you know, people will find a lowball, and I think we've discussed that on many occasions. Why you got your hand raised like we ain't class? But yeah, but go ahead.
Well, for the most part, we all have primary jobs, I guess. So it's like,
I do PPP. That's my job right now.
Meaning you had like 50K in your bank account, so you just expose yourself. Thank you. So yeah, we don't, as DJ, for us per se, we're not young DJs, right? Like when you're younger, you know, you try to get exposed for you take like the lesser gigs, whatever. You take less money, and you're scared to lose gigs. But right now, man, like to go and set up speakers, and people are very egregious. SAT word of the day. People are very like OD with like the time. They want you to be there for 10 hours, right? You know, from like, or 12 hours at a time. You know, when people don't show up, people only show up the last 3 hours, right? Then those gigs, they're gonna come and stress you, like, you'll play this, play that. And people look at you like music is very, it's attached to emotion. So people want to hear their songs, blah, 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 X, Y, Z. And you're a DJ, you're stressed out, you bring the speakers, and then they don't even offer you food or water, anything to drink. Like, so therefore, we need to be charged. If they don't want to pay what you charge, stay home. You know what I mean? Like just stay in the crib. Like that's where I'm at right now because it's not like we need to DJ. This is something that we love to do, right? And don't let people take away your passion. You know what I mean? So that's not something that we should be even concerned about.
Quaker, sorry, what's the time stamp on this right now?
We had 30 minutes.
All right, cool. Go ahead, Rosie. I guess if you had anything to say about what Quaker said.
No, I forgot.
So like I feel like with that situation, Quaker, is that it's just literally like this vaccine is going to get bad before it gets good.
Yeah.
But in order for it to get good, you have to be able to stay. I mean, it's another thing I tell everybody. You got to be able to stand on your ground and you got to be able to walk away from certain things before it gets good. Because if you continuously take it, you know, there's some DJs that are stuck in the 300 to max 500 price range, no matter how long the event is going to be, because that's what, you know, they have known themselves to be. As much as, you know, word of mouth is your best advertiser, it can also be the worst because people would talk to each other. Yeah, the DJ was really good. Yeah. He only cost me $250, and Bama was there for like 10 hours. So, you know, but it also comes to you as the DJ to explain to the client, because I think I've learned how to explain and put things into perspective to clients. Right? Most people, when they are thinking about doing an event, they are not thinking rationally. You know, they don't put things into perspective. So when they call you, you have to put them into perspective. For example, the gig I had last night, she initially told me she was trying to do the gig from like 7 till 4 a.m.
Jesus.
And I was like, how many people you gonna have? She's like, probably like 20, max 25. I told her, I'm like, there's no way you're keeping 25 people till 4 a.m. in the morning. That's just not, that's not something
Not realistic.
yeah, that's not realistic. You know, the less people you have at an event, the higher the chances of people leaving early gets, because it's not a lot of people. First of all, you have to always, you know, put it into this notion. You have 25 people, right? You break them in four. A quarter of them are not going to dance. They're not going to do anything. They're just going to sit down. You know, so you have 3/4 that is going to be willing to dance. Within that 3/4, another quarter is only going to dance to specific things, which leaves you with half of the people still willing to kind of dance to everything else. And then lastly, there's only that last quarter of people that is going to, willing to dance. So the other quarter that's left in the half, those are the people that are going to get tired. So realistically, if you have 20 people and you break that in four, that leaves you only 5 people that are going to be willing to dance until 4 o'clock in the morning. And that's not going to keep your party going. It's not, you know, so you have to be able to explain that to clients. And another thing that I do, this is very important with the time. I don't know if this is something that you guys do, but keep that in mind moving forward. When someone has an event that goes past 5 hours, this is how I tell them straight up. Look, the average party at the club is from 10 till 3. That's 5 hours, right? Realistically, people get to the club by 11, which means realistically, people party on the best party, people party for 2.5 hours. Best party. You know, these days, really people party for like an hour, hour and a half, because we do these parties like the Thursday night party. They close at 2 o'clock. Thursday and Sunday, they close at 2. People don't show up there before midnight. You know, on the best day, yeah, we've seen people there before midnight, but like most of the time they don't. So you have to make them understand that, yo, I go to the club and I make this specific amount of money, and it's like 3 of us DJing, which means I really only DJ for like an hour and I make this much. It does not make sense for me to charge you what you want me to charge you for a party that is 2 times a club party. You know, like the 8 hours, because a lot of them they love having these 8-hour long parties and stuff like that. So you have to put that into perspective. And then lastly, it's very simple, y'all. A lot of these people have 9 to 5s. You ask them, how much do you make for the, you know, the 8 hours that you are at work? And keep in mind that those 8 hours, you still get to take, you get to have lunch, which means you get about an hour break.
Yeah.
So you really truly work for 7 hours. You're trying to have me come and DJ for you for 8 to 10 hours, and I'm not going to get a break. And you want me to charge you $300. That makes no sense. You don't make $300 at your job.
Right.
You know, so though trust me, I mean, it might sound harsh, but when you say these things to people, it click in their head like, damn, I never thought about this. I didn't think about it. Some of them are going to walk away. Some of them are going to be like, you know what, he's right. I'm going to pay him, you know. So I know I talked a lot.
I would just like to say that the Tylenol 800 kicked in during this portion of the conversation. But to also piggyback, the reason why I also wanted to add to it being uncomfortable is that because naturally those things race through your head. But I mean, to me, the price is the price. Like, yeah, I can walk away. But it sometimes this is an uncomfortable dynamic. Just be like, because they still try to pressure, like, like, nah, I'm right. Yo, I don't mind leaving. It is what it is, but it's still uncomfortable to have, because just like, you're really not thinking about my well-being. And like Prince said, sometimes, like you said, I don't even get a break. I can't even go pee. If it's a private event, I can't even go pee. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I gotta watch my my liquid intake, because I'm not about to be holding my bladder for God knows how long because of your event. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah.
Another thing that makes me uncomfortable, I don't know, y'all might think this is petty, but I hate when DJs are going into a genre of music that they don't know much about, and just you hear how they playing it, and you know that they're either butchering that genre or they're not playing it well, yet they will get on the mic or say things like, oh, like they're killing it and shit like that. Like, I absolutely hate it. For example, I remember at some point, for some reason, a lot of DMV DJs, African DJs in the DMV, I think this is 2019, they had this moment where everybody wanted to play compa at some point of the night. And I was like, why is not everybody just playing Haitian music out of the blue like that? And then
DJ P Smooth.
Oh, did he do it? I don't know.
I don't remember.
You were part of that vibe too, because 2019, I ain't gonna lie. Remember, I didn't really hear you play probably the whole of 2019.
I never had. I don't know why she just said my name, but okay.
Because I mean, it also did happen at Decades. Because I would see video. I mean, I wouldn't know who was playing, but I would see videos or whatever. But it wasn't just a Decades thing. It was just everywhere. I just felt like they all had this spur where everybody wanted to now play compa. Even there was also the era of everybody wanted to know that, to show that they knew soca, but everybody playing the same stuff. It was like, okay, if you know soca, at least dig deeper, you know. So that really makes me uncomfortable, because like y'all know, I'm someone who loves music a lot. So it's when I know, even, I mean, now that I think about it, all of these genres really had a time period. There was a time where everybody wanted to play reggaeton and nobody really plays that anymore. You know what I mean? There was soca, there was reggaeton, there was compa. I don't know if right now Amapiano has taken that. Maybe.
I think there was a time too where we played house a lot too, though.
Yeah, that's
There was
true.
definitely a heavy house
That's true.
segment.
Oh, that makes me uncomfortable. That makes me, because I'm to you like, imagine someone telling you, "Yo, I'm about to kill this Ghanaian set," and then they come and play.
Who does that?
Huh?
Who does that?
This is how he's
Who does that? Y'all know who do? Y'all know one DJ.
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't say his name. Y'all know who. But I honestly, I wasn't even throwing shots. To be honest, it was just the first song that came to mind.
Yeah, because that typically is the go-to. That a lot of people will do that, the Ghanaian national anthem. But
That's all. I mean, it's all rocks though. But
yeah.
Nah, bro. I mean, he's my right, but you as an Igbo person, think about it. Someone tells you, "Yo, I'm about to come and kill this Igbo set and play Asandi or Wendy, the original." Gonna throw you off. You're gonna be like, no, like there's some newer songs that you can play. Right. So and I know this because I remember some of my friends who listen to soca like that would say that. A lot of Jamaicans that would come to the club sometimes, they used to say that, like, yo, why y'all play all these old ass dancehall? Like, we don't really dance to Sean Paul like that no more. You know, so
you know, it's crazy. I've actually made a conscious effort, just to chime in on that point. I made a conscious effort that in the earlier stages of the party, I would play a lot of the dancehall that we really don't play no more, like off the liquor, like let's say Liquor Rhythm. I'll play Vibes Cartel Party. You know, stuff like that isn't as mainstream. Just people may remember it from a certain, and it actually. The 2 times that I played it at the events that I cover for you guys, it works. Like people knew it, people were dancing and enjoying to it. So it's just like it does goes to show that you can't just be limited in your thought process of how you handle certain genres within a party. Like, yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry. I need to just add one more thing to that. That's also. I guess it also goes with what I was saying as far as, you know, the stuff that DJs play that make me uncomfortable. DJs, once they get into a new era of music, is like whatever music that came out before the music that they currently playing never existed.
That's true though.
So that's one thing that really makes me uncomfortable. DJing, I never understand how DJs can get stuck when there were hits that they were playing 2 summers ago that they're not playing no more. I don't remember the last time somebody played Olamide and I was there. That's why I'm like, yo, there's no way I can get stuck. No way. I would start digging into that old bag and I'm gonna be just fine because these are songs that people haven't heard in a while. So they gonna be hype about hearing them.
Right. African music doesn't expire. Good music doesn't expire. For example, yesterday when I was DJing, I played IA. You know, people were singing like that joint came out yesterday. You know what I mean? So yeah, but Rose, why did you just say my name with the compa thing? Let's talk about this. when was I on the
Wait. Another thing that
my name.
You didn't have an era when you were playing compa?
I mean, I play compa if I don't know, like I don't. It's not that I must play in my set.
What's that? I don't know if this is compa or not because I'm not really versed in that area. But what's that song? It goes like
yeah,
that's compa.
Yeah. That it always starts with that, and then
okay. Am I Haitian? Do I get on the mic and say I'm about to kill this Haitian set? Like, is that what I do?
No, I'm not saying that. But then, even though I agree with you, Claude. I'm not gonna lie. You're not gonna catch me playing compa. No offense. Like you're not gonna catch me playing that. Or at least I don't see myself in an environment where I would have to do that. So if I do play that song, of course I'm gonna feel like I'm in my bag. Like and I'm like, yeah, I just played 3 compa songs. trust me outside, and then call it a day. So I mean, I don't think DJs should keep doing it. It's Prince, you know.
So
I
what was
don't
that
think
again?
no your dog, but I don't think like you shouldn't keep doing it. But once in a while, if a DJ does that, I'm not gonna get mad or anything, you know.
I
I
mean,
don't know.
okay, no, you're right. I shouldn't get mad about it. But remember, it's called what makes me uncomfortable. But I think that it's also important for DJs to be mindful of, because we try to keep up with you know pretty much hip hop and Nigerian music these days. It's what every, if not most, African DJs in the DMV try to keep up with. You know, I would rather you tell me you don't got no Haitian music altogether than you come in and play that song and that would just be that. If I'm going to say, okay, yo, I want to at least have some Haitian music once a year, I'm going to do some homework to where I have 5 of whatever the hottest Haitian songs are at the moment. Just 5, that's it. What that does is that if I ever find myself in a situation where I have to play those things, I have at least 5 songs that I can play. And now to think, to take it to the next level, if you do that for like the 5 years, 5 songs, by 5 years you have 25 Haitian songs, yo.
Thanks.
You know what I mean? But people don't think like that. It's same thing with anything else. Like, I hate it when some of these American DJs get on the set. Oh, shout out to my West Indian, shout out to my Caribbean massive. Mother vampires in the sea, anti-blood. And then play like some
That's funny as
Sizzler.
hell.
And then play some Sizzler. Play T.O.K. Chichiman. Like, bruh, do you know how much dancehall has evolved from that? They went from Chichiman to Crocodile Teeth, and Nicki Minaj has a remix of that, bruh. There's no excuse. There's no excuse. That's why I'm like, yo, it's just 5 songs, 5 songs. So again, you probably right, Rose. It shouldn't make me feel some type of way, but it makes me uncomfortable.
But so, like, going back to that Copa example, right? So me personally, like, when I travel, so traveling opened my mind to a lot of things, right? So when I went to Miami last time, I went to straight like compa parties. Straight.
Oh, you went straight to what?
Compa parties. Like,
Okay.
straight Haitian parties. Because down in Miami it's a Caribbean scene. It's not really much of an African scene out there. Yo, when I went out there, man, my mind is open. I don't play compa. I don't know the last time I played compa for other than when I was in Miami, but like now, if I play compa for it'll be sufficient than if I played it 5 years ago. So I think DJs just need to understand the different. See, me, I don't know everything, right? Like, I don't listen to country music, but I feel as though as a DJ, I should be able to play anything Black. I mean, that makes sense. Right. So if it's soca, if it's compa, if it's dancehall, if it's early bashment, if it's Congolese music, if it's Nigerian music, I should have I'm not saying I'll be the best in every genre, but I should have my set should be proficient.
You should be competent in it.
Yeah, it should be proficient. Like, I'm not Ghanaian. I cannot play Ghanaian music like the Ghanaian DJs, but I should be able to do a proficient set. I should be proficient in this dog. I should be proficient in compa for real, right? Not saying I can play better than my brother Lights Out or play like to the level he could play it on, but yeah. So just Travis understanding people's culture. That's the thing with DJs, just understanding culture, traveling, and just talking to people.
And making the effort.
Right.
Y'all got any more uncomfortable situations?
I do have one more. Going back to what Rose said with the mic thing. Somebody, if I'm DJing, somebody on the mic is not good. I mean, it's hard to really throw me off, like, but it's just I don't vibe. Like, I the way I am, right? I see DJ as a sport, right? When I'm DJing, I'm playing a sport. I'm very into sports. I'm very competitive. I don't care if the sound is messed up. I don't care what's going on. I need to perform because at the end of the day, it's on me, right? That's my mindset. But if somebody on a mic is not doing well, that joint blows me, son.
Okay.
Like,
define not doing well. Just not miking according to how you're DJing, like Rose was saying, or just they're miking, but what they're saying on the mic is not making sense.
I mean, if what they're saying on the mic doesn't make sense, it's still they're not miking to how I'm DJing.
Okay.
If I'm DJing well and the mic is off, they talking nonsense. Like one day, right? One day I'm DJing at one of these clubs, right? And some random guy's like, "Yo, I'm an MC." I didn't give him the mic. Right. I didn't give him the mic. Somebody else gave him the mic for real, So he starts saying nonsense. He starts screaming on the mic, all this. The people are laughing at him. They stop partying. They just laughing. Like, I'm sitting there like, bruh, like what's good? Like, so no matter how good the music is, if somebody on the mic is talking nonsense, screaming, if their tone is off or whatever, it just blows me. But it is what it is.
Yeah, I don't care even if my voice is bad or whatever that day. If I don't know you, you're not getting my mic. Even some people that I know, they still not getting it. No way.
Well, if that's all we got, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this thing right on up. Really appreciate everybody for tuning in. Make sure you comment, let us know your thoughts. You know what I'm saying on the YouTube comments, and we will be back again with another scorching topic for you guys. Anything else you guys want to leave with the people?
Get your vaccines, y'all. It's important for us to turn up. Get your vaccine.
Get your vaccine so we can party.
I got one more thing.
What's up?
Lakers in 5.
What, the final?
To the Suns or
any round of the playoffs? Lakers in 5.
I don't know if Lakers would have beat the Warriors in 5, but okay.
Lakers in 5.
Right. You heard it right there from LeBron James, senior manager.
You watched the Nets game last night?
I heard about it. I don't need to watch it.
Nah, you need to watch the highlight. It's gonna make you double think this Lakers in 5.
I don't bet against LeBron James.
Okay.
Guys, we'll catch you on the next episode. Be safe. Enjoy your Memorial weekend. Yeah, we'll see you soon. Peace and blessings.